and welcome to another video of Alpha PTE. This is Fatima. Hope you all are doing well and hope your preparation is going on well. So the last video that I made was about the speaking module and how I attempted speaking module in my PTE exam. Today I am going to discuss about the writing module, specifically the 2 questions in writing module. Since I didn't want this video to be really long, I actually made a separate video to discuss about summarized written text. So if you have already seen that video, that means you know exactly how I did summarized written text in my exam. Today I'm going to just answer a few questions in regards to that topic. So there were a few comments that stated that this process looks so easy. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. Trust me guys, this is tried by us a lot of times, even after the changes. Not just me, 2 more trainers tried the exact same approach and still got full score in writing. So absolutely this approach is working. The only thing that I recommend is, if you are looking for a high score like 85 and above, then always try to write more than 65 words. Better to write 65 to 70 words. Try to finish, don't write more than 70 words, just finish at 70 words, 65 to 70 words, and you will get a good score in your summarized written text content. That will give you marks not just in writing but also in reading. So the method that I explained for summarized written text absolutely works, no problem whatsoever. Coming to the next very important question is your essay. Now your essay from 7th of August is having good number of marks, like you're expecting 25 to 28 marks from just writing that one essay. So now you can't mess up your essay. The essay that I had in my exam was experiential learning, that is learning by doing. We have this essay on alphapte.com, and I had, as soon as I finished my exam, I made sure that I remember the points that I wrote it in my essay, and I came out of the exam hall and I wrote the exact same essay, and I wanted to share that with you. So I have that essay ready with me. I'll just explain what structure I have used, and then let's see how we go about it. So if you go to alphapte.com, under practice, you will have templates, and the templates that I used for my essay is this one. So basically you'll have 20 minutes to plan and write and revise your essay. So make sure you save at least 3 minutes to revise your essay. At least I always recommend save 5 minutes to revise your essay, and to do that you really need to be quick with your typing. Now here I'm saying that this is the template that I used, but you can use any template which is grammatically correct and which is having good structure. But you need to write at least 100 words as your topic related content to get good marks in your writing. Because if you just gonna write fixed structure, you're not gonna get good marks in your writing score, and your essay can be flagged for human evaluation because they will find only a fixed structure there without good amount of content. So here, this structure, you can put about 150 plus words. The structure is just 100 to 120 words. Rest you need to put as your own content which is related to the topic. You should the word limit for your essay is 200 to 300 words, and my essay was about 285 words, around 270 to 285 words. But the essay that I came out and wrote, I think it's around 285 words. But in my exam, because I gave my exam, I immediately came out and I wrote the essay, so it is pretty much exactly what I wrote, but maybe 1 or 2 words extra or less. So yeah, now this is how the topic starts. Now you can use this template for agree disagree as well as advantages and disadvantage, but you can't use for problem solution. For problem solution you need to use something else. This is 95% of the time that essay that I get in my exam is based on agree disagree or advantages and disadvantages. You can just make a little bit of changes. You can put your topic here. So this is the structure that I have used. Let me share the essay that I had written in my exam. I had kept it ready to share it with you. So the topic that I had in my exam was this. Let me find the topic first. Okay, let's go to essay. My topic was XP. Oh, it's here, experimental learning. This was the topic in my exam. Some people point that experimental learning, that is learning by doing it, can work well in formal education. However, others think a traditional form of teaching is the best. Do you think experiential learning is beneficial in high schools or colleges? This was my exam. Okay. Now, my fixed structure is this. In today's fast paced world, the importance of, now I'm going to put the topic like this, the importance of the topic. My topic here is experimental learning and learning by doing it in formal education cannot be overstated. Okay, so I just added both, learning by doing. Okay, now I've shifted. Sometimes I wrote experimental learning, sometimes I wrote experiential learning, because I don't want to repeat the same thing again and again, and both of them are the topic, so don't get confused if you see that. Moving on, then let's start. I started like this. In today's fast paced world, the importance of experimental learning and learning by doing it in formal education cannot be overstated. I just put my full topic there. As there is a colossal number of people believing that, again, let's put the topic experimental learning. Okay. I can also put experiential learning here. I think I put experiential learning in my exam. So let me change it. Experiential learning can work well in formal education, although there is a concern that this will just prompt a myriad of predicaments in people's life. I kept it as it is, but I can put this here. I didn't make a change, but I can show you here, because the negative part is also there. Although there is a concern that this will uh, uh, there's a concern that, after that I can just say a traditional form of teaching is the best. I can put that also, but in my exam I think I've written it this way, so I kept it as it is, but I can add extra piece of information here. Although there's a concern that uh, traditional form of teaching is the best, I don't altogether acknowledge this, and I will clarify in the following paragraph. So here I kept it as it is because uh, I didn't want to complicate it so much. In my exam, I was just experimenting as much as I can, but by keeping it simple. But here, just to let you know, I can put this line here also, although, because they have the contradictory line. So I can put, however, others think a traditional form of teaching is the best. I can put it exactly as it is. However, others think that traditional form of teaching is the best. It can fit there. Just letting you know. But I kept it as it is. Now, if I were a student, I would have put this line then and there. But because I'm a trainer and my aim was to find the simplest way possible and get a good score, so that's why I didn't make too many changes. I kept it simple. Okay. I will clarify why in the following paragraphs. There are various arguments supporting my stance. What is my stance? My opinion. The most prevalent one is that, again, topic learning by doing. The most prevalent one is that topic. Wherever there's a topic, you put your topic. Learning by doing can not only contribute to doing something, that means you have to start with verb plus ing. Now, what is one benefit of experiential learning and learning by doing? Bridging gap between theoretical knowledge and real world application. You can keep it simple. contribute to gaining a hands-on work experience, or providing more interesting approach to theoretical knowledge and stuff like that. So advantage gaining, I wrote bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and real world application, but also lead to, and then I added giving a sense of belonging to the student, but also lead to numerous other advantages. What are numerous other advantages? Like enhancing their problem solving skills, gaining hands on work experience, and building their confidence. What advantages you find from the topic? Just write 2 to 3 advantages there, simple advantages. Like you can just say, like problem solving, like learning how to solve problems, gaining hands-on, gaining work experience. Don't even write hands-on. Gaining work experience and building their confidence. Simple. In a nutshell, again, you put the topic. What is the topic? Experimental learning. Stands one in a preponderant position when it comes to increasing their engagement and motivation. When it comes to, I can put enlarging their odds of success and perfection, but I wanted to put two benefits again. So increasing their engagement and motivation. If you don't understand what to put, you can just put this. I'm trying to reduce the fixed structure as much as possible. I also want you to do the same. But if you can't, if you don't have anything in mind, just make sure at least you write 100 words as topic. Here I've written 150 plus words. Then another pivotal aspect of to further discuss the potential merits of the topic. What is the topic? I'm changing the topic here. Instead of putting experimental learning, I'm writing learning by doing. Is that thanks to the convenience of this learning approach? Again, I'm repeating the topic. Thanks to the topic. So I'm changing the words a little bit. Instead of writing the same experimental learning, experiential learning, learning by doing, I'm just making a little bit change. Thanks this learning approach. It is not only people but also society which can benefit immensely. I kept it as it is. How? As by participating in hands on work activities, individuals feel more connected to their learning material as they are practically applying their knowledge and are more likely to stay focused. So, two benefits. Then, hence, it is clear why many are in favor of here experiential learning, experimental learning, learning by doing, experimental learning, then learning by doing, then learning approach, then experiential learning in formal education. Then to conclude the eloquently written contentions, one can say that regardless of certain downsides, the benefits of experimental learning and learning by doing, especially, I added this especially, just extra, in formal education are indeed overwhelming and thus cannot be ignored. Now, you can write this in a negative way or you can write it in a positive way. There's another example which is written here. Large shopping malls are replacing small local shops. You can have a look at that example also. Now, what we'll do is I'm going to copy this essay and let's put it here and let's submit. So the word count is, like I said, around 285 words. And let's submit and see. Okay, there you go. So this is how I did essay in my exam and I got 90 in my writing. My take from this exam, from this experience is try to, even if you're using a structure, try to not make it look like a fixed structure. If you read this, if you don't know that this is a structure, and if you read from the first line to the last line, you will not find it like a fixed structure. You will see that, okay, she is writing an essay on her own on the topic. So that is how your essay at the end should look. It should not look like you are just putting random topic related words in the middle. It should look like you are writing a good essay and it is making sense and it is related to the topic. As long as you're doing that, even simple sentences will work. All right. So that's exactly how I have written my essay, and I hope it's clear now. So that's why I wanted to make a complete video to show how I have done my essay, because a lot of students were asking, did you use a template? How did you use a template? How many words and what all happened? So specifically, I made sure that as soon as I finished my exam, I came out and I completely wrote the essay. I wrote the summary and stuff so that I don't forget it, and then I'm making a video to explain what all I did. Actually, I just wanted to make sure that results were out before I make these videos. So that's it, guys. That's about today's videos. If you have any more doubts and queries related to this topic, don't forget to comment. And if you like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you very soon in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.